What's going on, people? All right, so Hyperliquid was a massive airdrop. It cooked. People that used that platform from 10 months prior to the TGE got massive airdrops, 10, 20, 30 grands. And that's what we want to be targeting and looking for. So that is really what I'm focused on over the next few months, finding those Hyperliquids and bringing them to you and farming them myself, obviously. And if you've clocked on, there's a pattern. Paradex seem to do really, really good airdrops. And I believe there's a couple reasons why. Hyperliquid is a chain as well, so that had a bit more money behind it. But Drift on Sol also did a really, really good airdrop, 5-figure airdrops. And I believe the reason these airdrops do so well, Paradex is they make money off the fees of people trading, and also they tend to be underfarmed, as you need to have an edge, or it creates an edge being a Paradex. Most people don't trade perps. Also, most people don't know how to trade perps and end up losing money very quickly, as you can lose your money, obviously, using leverage. But it gives people that are willing to figure out how to do it a massive edge, keeps the users down. And as I said, these Paradex make money. So the airdrops tend to be really, really good. I'm going to be targeting a few Paradex over the next few months. I'm going to bring all of them to you. And this one here that we've got is called Paradex. So they have a confirmed airdrop. The airdrop should be around June, July time. TGE will be in the summer. They have a points system open now. I'll show you what I'm doing. Remember, this is risky. This is just what I'm doing. Please do whatever you want to do. Don't follow me. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. You can lose all your money. So for me, the money that I put into this to use, I am happy to lose it. Money I've put in is, to me, in my mind, it's already gone. So if I lose it, it's all good. But the way I'm doing this is I'm not trying to make money trading on these Paradexes. The way that they do the points is based on volume. Obviously, they make fees every time you do a trade, and the more volume you put through, the more fees they make. So that's how the point system is done. So the way I trade this, and you can do this with $50. I've done it. I've got a couple of accounts. This account here, I put in $50, and I've been trading it for the last week. And if I just show you, I've done $10,000 volume with $50. My rank is just under 9,000. It's probably a little bit higher as this hasn't updated in the last day or two, so I'm probably in the top 6,000 by now. Just to note as well, Paradex, the amount of active wallets that they have is under 7,000, so it is underfarmed heavily. No guarantees that this is going to be a 5-figure airdrop, but obviously you've got to take those risks in trying to get those 5-figure airdrops. The only way you get them is doing projects that are being overlooked. It kind of goes against your instincts. You want to be in projects, you feel like you want to be in projects that have loads of people and loads of hype, but they always get diluted so much. So for me, this one is well worth the risk. And when it comes to the trading, so what I'm doing is I am trading with 10x leverage, and my mindset is I am not trading to make money, just to create volume. So I will trade, I will set up my support and resistance, say on the 4-hour. So for instance, here you can see the resistance that we are just hitting now. And this is the support, this is on ETH, this is where it's bouncing off. So you want to make trades at these levels here. This is on the 4-hour, so it's safer. The higher up the time frame you go, the more stronger those resistance and supports are going to be. You can also go down to the 15-minute, which I do as well, and you can trade. You could set up resistance and supports on the 15 minutes, so there would be one here at $2,074, and you could wait for it to come down here and then put in a long. And then also I've got the moving averages set up, a moving average of 9 days, 21 days, and 50 days. If you do want a video breaking down trading more, how to use the indicators. Usually I have an RSI, and I've got the RSI set up, which you can use as well. If you want a video on that, I can make a video on trading with the indicators. But what you would do, so if we go back to the 4-hour, so when it hits this resistance, this ceiling here, you put in a short. The fees are around 3, 4, 5, 10 cent. for opening a trade. So what I would do is I'd open a trade when it hits up in this area here, a short trade. And as soon as I've made money to cover my fees, which would be 10 or 15 cent, which is it's 0.1% of a move, or it's under 1% of a move. I would then close a trade. So as I said, I'm not trying to make money. As soon as the fees are covered, then I close a trade, and that normally happens within minutes, 5-10 minutes. Sometimes I will make a bit of money. I'll leave it for 30 minutes. I'll go do something. I'll come back and it's dropped a couple percent, and I'll make some money, and I'll just close it. But the main goal is not to be trading to make money. So when it would come down, if this dropped now, I'll close a short, drops, and if it comes back down to the support, I will then open a long and do the same thing, and just keep doing that relentlessly to build up the volume. But as I said, I am using 10x leverage. So if you put $50 in the account, you want to make trades to give yourself, to make sure that you don't get liquidated. You should be closing the trades quick anyway, and you don't even have to wait until it does cover the fees, until it's green by 10 cent. It could be minus 10 cent, and I'll still close it, but then I can make 10 cent back on the next one. As I said, I'm not trying to make money. So even if it's a little bit minus, I'll close it, and then go in again with another trade. Goal is volume. Goal is not to make money doing these trades. We're trying to make volume, get ourselves XP, and get ourselves into that top 5,000 users, or even 1,000 for the airdrop. So if you put $50 in here, I would have a 10x leverage, and I would do a $10 trade, which would be $100. So $10, 10x leverage would be $100, and then you still have $40 left for your margin, which would give you that cushion so that you don't get liquidated. And that's it. You would hit confirm sell, which would be a confirm short. Your trades open up down here. You would then, if you want to close it, just hit market here, and it will close the trade for you. As you can see, I've got a few trades open here. If you're going at the right spots, if you're going at the right support and resistance levels, you should cover your fees for opening a trade within a few minutes. And if it starts to move away in the wrong direction, and it's like minus 10, 15, 20 cent, 30 cent, just close the trade. You can do another trade, and you can make that 10, 15 cent back. And if you just can keep your account at the amount you put in, if you put in $50 and you keep it around $50, between $45 and $55, and you keep doing these trades over the next 3-4 months, you can get yourself into the top users on this platform, and hopefully we get a good airdrop from this. No guarantees, but I'm going to bet on this one, and yeah, see how it goes. So yeah, Hyperliquid, they have a season 2 airdrop coming. They still have 30% of their tokens to use on an airdrop. So I would not be fading the second season of Hyperliquid. It still has only around 300,000 active users. Compare it to something like Layer Zero or ZK Sync last year, where they had 5 or 6 million people using the platform. This can still be a very, very big airdrop. And if you take into account the price of Hyperliquid tokens now, I believe that this airdrop is going to be very good again. So I am farming season 2 of Hyperliquid, same system as I just showed you on Paradex, doing exactly the same thing. And I do it where every time I open a trade on one, I do the exact same trade on the other platform. And that wraps this one up. So yeah, Paradex, they tend to do very good airdrops. The amount of users using them is always lower than a layer 1 chain, or obviously a testnet, which is free, which everyone can do. Paradex just have a barrier to entry, as a lot of people don't trade with leverage, and they're too scared to trade with leverage. So that's why the user base tends to be low, and Perpdexes make a lot of money, so they tend to do very, very good airdrops. They can put those funds back into good airdrops like Hyperliquid did, which gets a lot of attention, and then people come in to try and use the platform for the second season like Hyperliquid, which is still quite low in terms of how many people are using it. See how well Hyperliquid has done off doing such a good airdrop, how much the token went up 5, 6, 7x from TGE. So yeah, I've got a couple more Perpdexes that I'm doing. I will bring them to you probably tomorrow. I will be doing a video on those. With this, if you've got any questions, leave it in the comments. Remember, this is just what I'm doing. This is not financial advice. So I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Do what you want. And remember all the risks. You can like and subscribe, turn those notifications on, and I will catch you in the next one.